Island man, the top commando. I'm too cold to hold, I'm too hot to handle. All you flippy floppy like you got on sandals. All you wishy-washy like a ain't got no handles. It's that new edition, but I'm not around. Disappear on niggas like I'm Bobby Brown. Yeah, crush me once we not a season. Searching for my enemies, they are defeated. You can hardly see them, they was gone this evening. The freaks come out at night and the zombies fiending. Need assistance just for all my DMs. Check it, am I doing a place like a Coliseum? My stairs look like 357. Do my crib, I bet we get to heaven, yeah. Like having peace with the reverend. Have my peace like a weapon. Have a peace, sloppy seconds, yeah. Flight, that's right. Yeah, flight, alright now. Yeah, flight, air, that's right. Yeah, flight, air. Alright now. Yeah, dolo, yeah. Hate on me is not a reason. Alright now. Sleeping on your boy, you need an orthopedic. Yeah. You regurgitate when y'all is teaching. When y'all is speaking, all I hear is y'all repeating. Trust me, it be funny, man. You look just like Alice up in Wonderland. Man from the fifth floor. I'm feeling just like Martin had enough of Pam. Damn, just cause you and my girl's fucking friends don't mean I ain't gon' fuck you and fuck your friend. Damn. Oh, now you got a fucking man. Don't mean I ain't gon' fuck again and fuck your friend. Cause he ain't really got it like that. Yeah, okay, don't make me have to brand a flight back. Yeah, okay. I hope nobody called the law, cause the nigga lost it all, but I got it right back. Yeah, flight, air, that's right. Flight, air, alright now. Yeah, flight, air, that's right. Yeah, flight, air, alright now.
Hello, Hawks. Alright, we'll go get it to the small quantum. I see you, Earl. No, I said we'll go to the real small quantum. That's a bitch. Oh, yeah, this is we're close. We're real close in linguistics and stuff like that. What's the my feet hurt. Degenerate. I say so. Reprobate. I think I can point it out. They'll point it out no matter what they put on, clothes, they mind, they body, the outfit they put on. It's all delusion, all a distraction. Get the fuck out of here. It's real shit. Real metaphysics. We'll get into the real matrix and stuff like that to be able to understand piece by piece to make the mass. You could take a little form of that, you know what I'm saying? Make a little baby, make a little son, make a little baby boy, a little after effect. You know what I'm saying? Harness it real good. It'll pull it from mass. You put it in your nighttime, in your micro version of night day. You know, having a little flame in your hand. This ain't no Harry Potter bitch. Ain't no Harry Potter bitch. That's that real shit. So you understand the real cycles of life, but how to piece it together for it to look like a mass. But you put this piece. So it ain't heavy as condensing, but it's still there, the projection. So that's the, you know what I'm saying? That's what we talking about in things of what is hollow. Ain't nothing but no holographic, no technology retardation shit. But it's a project. We do project. We project. Now, I know what you projected based upon where your spiritual space at. So this is the area that we all need to be cleaning up, knowing that we need to know where we live at in the spiritual world, how to clean it up and stuff like that. Because if you don't know where you at, you're going to be coming in this world and bringing bullshit in this world. From that bullshit ass world you in your mind and that spaceship floating around in Babylon. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Because if you're there long enough, you'll realize shit, Atlantis ain't nothing but white boy talking about we about to take everybody over the Atlantic River and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty much that shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be too lost though. Y'all don't know how to look at things for y'all selves. So y'all be lost in the white boy mind. White boy mind ain't got no logic behind it. So you probably still doing studies about Atlantis right now and shit like that. And they brought your monkey ass grandparents over here on damn across the Atlantic. That's pretty much the only Atlantis you pretty don't shit unless you waiting on one of their movies to come out or something like that. Waiting on another Avatar. Oh, that's just pretty much as far as it gonna go in their brain. You gonna die still not seeing nobody walk on water and what your grandma voted for come true. I'm gonna just keep it 100 with you. I'm gonna just keep it 100 with you until you get your little flunked out ass brain into where I'm talking about. You'll be able to conduct your goddamn dreams in the right way, not trying to shut them off. Because that's the quantum world. So as a spirit, creating minds and bodies. Once your body have to rest and recharge, the thing that made it, the thing it need, is the thing like it drinks, the thing it eat, mental forms. Right? So when your body is recharging, you go to your first body. Now, based upon the spiritual root race, this is the layer of the fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension, the holy holies that we all at. You just a child. So your first body, you still need baby and birthing. So this why you still talking about, oh, I want to learn how to goddamn it, I want to learn how to be aware in my dreams, or I want to learn how to, what they call that when you half woke, half sleep, and they started to create a religion over that, and white boys start getting money over that. What they call that, lucid dreaming. Yeah, look, white boy getting paid off, Lucy and dreaming. It's just when you have all your organs ain't at rest. You know what I'm saying? You half woke, half sleep. Just put a few more percentage scales of above daydreaming. That's pretty much it, bitch. Ain't nothing special. Yeah, you ain't did shit. But get lost in some white man book who got rich. That's pretty much it. But I'm gonna tell you, the quantum world ain't got nothing to do with that bitch. Ain't got nothing to do with that bitch. Your dream, that's your first body. You got to be on a certain train of thought and line of reasoning as a spirit, going down a certain direction. Then sometimes you just be making that image because you a kid in that world. You ain't no adult spirit. Y'all ain't no adult spirits. I see y'all ain't adult spirits. Please don't tell me none of y'all with no books in government talking about y'all adults. Not no reprobate degenerate shit. Y'all not even half what I'm getting ready to get into. You just get ready to make another NASA or something about it. You got to copy. You don't know what the fuck you even be talking about. But for the most part, when we start talking about this energy itself and know how to put the piece by piece, the piece to piece together, things of that nature, this when you know you ain't an adult, because when you go into your dream state and even when you die, you still have to have grace because you a small spirit. You ain't no big spirit in that world. The big boys in that world, that's them atmospheres. You know what I'm saying? Them Atmos DAs. That's the word of the Atmos DAP. So if you ain't died a whole bunch of times and you had grace, so you can say I'm back and you can move things forward, you'll shut your ass up. And don't write no book about some shit you ain't experienced. No, so unless you get ready to pay somebody. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much that's it. Other than that, it's fraud. It's gonna get rejected and all that shit. Because you ain't got the living qualities. First, you got to have the living qualities in the organ system that run off that bloodline. If you about to just say, well, at the end of your statement, the ancients, just say me. I said that'll save you the trouble for trying to rock people to sleep and be a goddamn Dr. Fauci charlatan. I'm saying all these people are charlatans. All these goddamn rabbis and tarot card and astrologers, motherfucker charlatans. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way you telling me you talking about astrology and you talking about financial problems. This is the financial stock going to crash because of Mars and Jupiter. Oh, you going to hell. I'm going to tell you, you going to hell. And you going to hell. Real shit. You don't know no better. Fuck wrong with you? No, I'm saying these people retarded. Lord Jesus Christ, have mercy on their soul. Have a little bit of grace. They don't know no better. They up under some white man template. But yeah, y'all say y'all gotta be gay, like y'all be kids. So when y'all go in the spiritual world, aka just the world of the goddamn winds, in your own micro mind state that condense and become your own cycle of breath, that hopefully you can make enough of it. Because if you can't, you probably have a hard time dreaming. Because your body need to recharge and shit like that. So it ain't what we do, is how we do it. And you just scared to do it in a way that you don't like. And you create weird dichotomies. Y'all got to deal with that inside yourselves. But this is that area you got to know, as a spirit, you got to create the train of thought, line of reasoning, and this motherfucker shit. And it shouldn't be trains of thoughts and line of reasonings that motivate you to do degenerate shit. Then what's the point? Don't be into this shit. Yeah, because it's not helping you personally. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's talking about too on that end. So when you a child in this area, you have to be raised up. So even when you even alive, there's things in the holy holy like water that play different than your holy, your body made out of water that you have to know how to do in moderation and connect with in some way, shape, or form and keep that clean and keep your internal clean. As a synchronicity, you will start learning there's an absolute water. So the absolute water stimulates what we're calling a cadensity of a thought that collects as multiple thoughts and become reaction, response, and emotion. Something that we're in, that inner wishing well, or whatever the case may be. So that'd be the absolute water stimuli, that spark that comes down. And then for the most part, we see how water plays out in reality as teamwork makes the dream work. And then we get cloud and actual water. And then for the most part, you're supposed to know that your internal play out in this small micro representation of that. But if you don't know how to get quantum up and things, then you'll get lost in white man copying Tisquantum shit and then calling them Squanto or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? And they just be getting rich and don't think that's evil. Don't think that they got to give nobody descendants no money about nothing or whatever the case may be, and then rock people to sleep for about 2,000 years. And it ain't even been 2,000 years, only 300. So you got peep game. It get a lot because y'all get lost too and think people came over here before 1600s. Ain't nobody come over here before no damn 1600. And just that time, it was small piece of the dirty and hungry people. They was dirty, hungry, couldn't wash their ass. You know what I'm saying? They didn't start getting help and funded to bring other people over and stuff like that, like late 1600s, probably like all the way to the 1700s. Keep it a true, keep 100. There was little piece, but it was like little piece, not no whole city statewide. You know what I'm saying? We talking about small portion. We talking about not even like hundreds. The other tribes from Africa, the Bantu tribes of Africa, the Asians that was helping, and Arabs and stuff like that. We're not talking about a whole statewide. We talking about a few hundred. You know what I'm saying? And then it start to build up about the 1700s or whatever the case may be, late 1700s. But other than that, when we start talking about the quantum world, you need to look at the seeds. It's a seed to something. And that seed, you need to be in the spiritual world where you're going to your spirit alone, peeling back the layers, and you're just your size of your spirit. Then you know what you're doing, what mind you make, and then for the most part, since you're already alive, you already know where these states are stationed at. So you know how to look at the external, forward, up, and left, and know how to look at the internal, down, right, and back. And if you want to draw it on a flat piece of paper, this is what they trying to plagiarize as the Sephiroths, and this being the base, and this being the heavens, or whatever the case may be. So if you can rule your base in the heavens by understanding this three sides and this three sides of the dragon, aka this is just your, you know what I'm saying, you flapping your wings or whatever, you flap your wing up here, they want to call that Saturn, you flap your wing right here, they want to call on the left side, they want to call that Mars, you flap your wing right here, they want to call that Mercury. Then they got the Hebrew names that we actually called it, but it's plagiarized when it comes to Sephiroths and all this goddamn shit. Then you want to flap your wing on this side. That's supposed to be Neptune. Flap your wing in the middle. It's supposed to be Jupiter. Flap your wing down there. It's supposed to be Venus. Then this right here is little baby, crescent moon, little bit. Your soul is supposed to be the moon. You know what I'm saying? You got the solar plexus, the sun. These are all your internal energies that quote unquote supposed to be the center path that's taking the pendulum shifts. But they're creating a mathematical shit of just a motherfucker having charismatic gifts. That's it, motherfucker. If I tell you, yeah, this is my pocket. You know what I'm saying? If this is my station right here, and this the main chief warrior, right? I'm talking about my logic. I ain't talking about white boy. I ain't talking about no fucking Archangel Michael or shit. I'm talking about my damn logic. If I'm talking about I'm going to the right, I'm pointing to the right. I'm talking about my spirit in my first body pointing to the right. I'm doing something righteous, going into the dark, my emotions, the collection of the light. So I'm not getting out of my war path and getting in my beauty path. You know what I'm saying? So that's Uriel. We talking about the Western Hemisphere as a whole collection as Uriel people over here from a general collective of a whole, Uriel. But at the same time, New Water, just in the mind, in the pocket, and just how to play on these continents. Bitch, you going into the internal. You know what I'm saying? Going into the right. So and then it's about or you going into the base, Gabriel, or you going to the hidden pillar, Raphael. But it ain't really Raphael either. Like they just switching up the four corners of the world. Try to play these things for their goddamn self and get everybody goddamn lost and retarded. And then they can secretly play a Native American in their mind and make all y'all foreigners think they God, or in some way, shape, or form. So it ain't nothing but white boy is figuring out new ways of how to be racist and hatred and something like that. That's all. So that's why you get all these AI videos online about about manifesting and doing all this stupid stuff. That's another way for white boy to say I'm y'all God. That's it. The white boy can't wait. White boy probably making AI and video sensors right now, cosplaying as y'all or something like that, and saying I'm your God or some shit like that. That's what they do. It's like white boy shit. There's white boy shit. All that is white boy shit. You know what I'm saying? And soon they start talking about Jehovah, Jesus, that's plagiarizing Native American shit. Soon they talk about Yahlahué and all this. Soon as they start pulling out NASA shit, and it's white boy shit. I'm gonna start listening. Cover your ears, cover it up. You're getting ready to get lied to. You don't know how to do nothing else but create lies and confusion. You know, nothing else. You got no God. Well, but that's how you see that seed too, because these things are seeds before characteristics. So a person wear their first cloth, their first spaceship. So you'll be able to peep a lot of things with your family, friends, associates, co-workers, or whatever you at when you're in the quantum world, which I'm gonna teach. I'm gonna release an audio book on this too, though. They go into detail, because you'll see when somebody acting like the ass, acting like the feet, acting like an area that they self-projecting that they don't know that they actually acting out, and you can't mistake it, and a person can't hide it. You can't hide who the fuck you are. You just either that or you ain't. Now, and it's a lot of things. Comparing it to the world we in right now in the third dimension, we're in a new shift. So a lot of things that you could cover it up over, we're not in that shift where those esoteric products could be utilized anymore into the 1, 2, and third dimension as forms of manipulation, tactics, allegory, symbolism, however the case may be, with however anybody doing it, whatever. Like, these things is not going to be the matter of the fact now. Let me close this damn track. It's not going to be the matter of the fact. It's not going to be the main anchor and what makes a person make a decision about something. That's always going to be leading to bribery too. Bribery is going to be one of the main things that a spirit start to reject. You know what I'm saying? It's going to start looking at that like, I mean, whatever this bribery is, it's going to come with some things that I don't necessarily want to come with whatever I'm expecting, however the case may be. And a person to turn down a bribery like that. So whoever using witchcraft and things based upon bribery may have to switch that up. But at the same time, I'm just helping everybody understand when you look at it from the quantum, you know what's getting ready to be duplicated even when the shift, and you know what's getting ready to formulate and be in the goddamn grandma's oven cooking like some cookies and baking like some muffins in this motherfucker shit, and then what gets ready to be presented, and when people start to eat at this esoteric feast, they're gonna know what tastes good and what don't, and they're gonna know what they like more than what the things that don't got seeds in it or not. You see what I'm saying? So this is gonna be one of those things that is inevitable, and it's gonna play out in ways that you're not gonna be able to expect with your limited comprehension and your experiences, and going through this new shift. Other spirits is involved, even greater spirits and things of that nature. So based upon your ego and your bias alone, is going to have you with some filtering movie 3D glasses on that still got you in La La Land, even when you think you was an authority in some way, shape, or form, whether you're a narc, and whether you're a manager or something, whether you're, you know what I'm saying, however the case may be. But you're going to have to check yourselves in this time right now. So we're going through a quantum time, aka a breakdown. So it's in its fire stage, water stage, air stage, then it gets to its earth stage. We're still in the water, in the water and fire stage. It's just now starting to produce in small percentage scales of the air stage. That's us communicating, thinking. So what broke down from the previous fire, water, air, and earth, boom, that shift broke down. We still trying to do the last portions of it once it became earth, in the form of it being broken down and us being in a new shift with that elemental circumstance. So you're trying to do the last condensing when it got to earth in this phase when it's in fire and water still, and just small percentage scales of air, aka us being able to logically understand something, communicate it and comprehend it, and be able to create some type of way, even if we got a bastardized language to explain it, still know how to pick the right words that we wasn't using previously that was used in other areas that made us still sleep. So for the most part, you're able to see this type of circumstance, pull out the same words you've been using, but remix them in a way that makes more sense now, to be like, damn, I always was using this word, I always been seeing this, just not seeing it the way I'm seeing it now, just not using these words the way I'm using it now. And then that's you're on a new awakening. You're using these you're in that early stage, you're using these things like tools, looking at it like a bitch. So now you're starting to be able to protect yourself linguistically. Then once you be able to protect yourself linguistically, now you're at the starting point of understanding how to build that and build on that and come up to pagans and languages and things of that nature to substantiate yourself, but yet still be able to relate yourself into this world that we in as common goal and common interest in foreign exchange. But at the same time, you need to know how to be the esoteric farmer first. If you can't be no esoteric farmer, things down here ain't gonna really make no sense, because you're gonna be plucking from things that can't even be grown. Just like whoever created those seeds is going down a line of reasoning and a train of thought of going to hell with the mathematics. Can't be born and can't die, something like that. But you just gonna be plucking from fruit that can't be grown because it ain't no seeds in it. So it ain't no seed, no original thought that spring off and germinate and become a feeling that can play off as an action and expression that actually shows what synchronizing and relatability is in its natural state before it develops as jealousy or narcissism or ego from oneself or outside parties giving them that energy. And then for the most part, when you're not ever able to see it in that aspect, then there's going to be a lot of fruit with no seeds in it. You not knowing how to esoteric farm, produce your own seeds, aka you being spiritually lost, can't find a filling. And any thought that you spark that can become a seed, you can't harness that thought long enough to see the outcome if that's going to be a tree that grow that fruit, that filling. So this would keep y'all spiritually in bondage and lost a lot of times also, you not being an esoteric farmer and allowing other people who don't really know how to do that create GMO shit all the time. So when you're looking at these people, or sometimes you find these people in the physical world, you start to be like this, feed me, I do not know what to do with my life. And then they don't know what to do with it either and stuff like that. So you start to be like, well, damn, y'all ain't practicing what y'all preach, and then why I'm lost at the moment. Then you'll start to realize how they took the fruit in the first place and how they start to get more deserted with that to make it GMO without no seeds in the first place. And then you'll start to realize originally when it had seeds, it was something when you was an esoteric farmer at once upon a time, and they probably took the ingredients away from you and then went ahead and fucked it up, fucked up the money and fucked up the re-up or however the case may be. So goddamn, it can't re-up on no natural fruit, only can make a goddamn machine and make robots. So it puts you in a perspective where now you have to get back, but you're crippled. You have to get back to your original spiritual space, but you crippled because you ain't gonna know where to get no seeds at and where to plant it at to produce that germination of a feeling that can be expressed into the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension, that we can all start living that out and have good food for thought. So a lot of times when y'all get flunked out, is because you're at a loss of being able to be an esoteric farmer and having people in your life not knowing that's what's actually going on. So everybody thinking the right decisions is to do the best you can do with your blood, sweat, and tears to get this GMO shit. And these are the things that you do in the spiritual world that bends into the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension. Yeah, the whole path there made you feel like you was a part of everybody. But once you got it, you start feeling unfulfilled. And you start realizing it ain't really nothing for you to be tapped into and put in all that work for. So it's making you feel like you did a whole bunch of shit for nothing and you wasted your time. Knowing through that whole period and that whole experience, you was having other things that was sparking you to do other things and other interests. But for the most part, based upon Walt Disney making everybody and everybody around you justify what you're doing as the right thing, it'll make you put your creativity and your freedom of space in the back seat and then put that synthetic thing in a passenger seat, and then you just get convinced with it, because for the most part we use our mind to make anything make sense. And you'd be like, well, I think I am doing the right thing, until goddamn 10, 15, 30, 40, 60 motherfucking years pass and you start to realize, goddamn it, you can't laugh. You did all that bullshit for nothing. You ain't gonna be satisfied. You ain't fulfilled. And you probably lose half of your goddamn connection with family, friends, and associates along the way. You know what I'm saying? You can even look at P. Diddy. He's still in the game. It ain't even take him but to have a case, and half his family, friends, and shit like that ain't showing up. So, and then they be doing some nasty shit anyway. I wouldn't show up either. Trust me. If you get into the Tisquantum world, you wouldn't even know a P. Diddy. See what I'm saying? You wouldn't even be around and even know a goddamn P. Diddy. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're trying to make music, it ain't what we do, it's how we do it. We all be in the same world. You a person that ain't looking for a bad boy deal. The end. You know what I'm saying? You'll probably look at a few artists, you'll look at Lil Kim and be like, I'm cool, I don't want to be in a studio with none of them. The end. And if it never happened, it wasn't meant to be. The end. And if you were strong enough, you'll start to realize where music came from, and it's probably stealing from your culture. Get back to your culture and make it popular again. The whole world look at you in the first place. The end. You just changed the whole history. However you do it. But don't ever get lost in somebody else's world, because ain't nothing in it for you. Ain't nothing in it for you. So when you're looking at the seeds, a person is a walking fruit based upon their bones and their organs, right? So you need to understand that. So they already planting their seeds in the spiritual world, and that's where they're getting their mind from. So for the most part, wherever their mind is wandering, that's the spaceship that they're in, and you can look at that as a seed too. But the spirit it's always going to be where they at to develop a thought. Now, some get more crafty. Some know how to pick these weeds and make it look like this, and it'll look like a synthetic version of wherever you be at, and it might be a beautiful yard, beautiful yard. But for the most part, you know, every now and then you'll start to see, oh, this is an invasive species and shit like that. This is a mock strawberry. That ain't a real Indian strawberry. You'll start to see, oh, this is something that's getting ready to be invasive and invade. Yeah, look nice, but it's bland. It ain't sweet, or whatever the case may be. This is actually nasty, toxic, vampire. You know what I'm saying? Parasite. You know what I'm saying? And then this is where you get that allegory, that cliche term, you know, so you got to cut your grass for snakes. You know what I'm saying? Shit that walks on his belly. You know what I'm saying? Shit that walks on his belly. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. So you got to keep that in mind. But that'll let you know it's an allegory. Pardon me, y'all. If you made it to be a human, right? That's one thing. But in a spiritual world, it's to say that you care more about the base than being in the mind. And you will use the mind for the base anytime it see fit. AKA use manipulation for something that you want to get out of it. And so that's why the tie go from the throat chakra all the way to the waist, past the solar plexus. See what I'm saying? So this is the stuff that they be stealing and stuff, and doing things in their own way by thinking it's magic, by stealing from someone else who really doing shit and things of that nature. But at the same time, it's helping you understand that's a person walking on their belly. They're willing to lie, aka lie and get down dirty on some form of manipulation, some logic, be squirmy in and squirmy out of situations and shit like that, and then you don't know what happened to you and shit, because you was just walking in the yard barefooted. You know what I'm saying? You ain't cut your grass and search for snakes and garden snakes. So, you know, everything is about animism when you're looking at it through the lens of the Bible and how it's being plagiarized also, so you can know who the demons actually are. If you want to find a demon in the Bible, it's easy. Y'all said it's easy and shit like that. They don't even change the words. Ain't nobody even lying to y'all and shit like that. It ain't even like they not telling you it's about the Indian Wars. Everything in the Bible is the 300-year period that they just now updated, and you got it somewhere. You think the Bible written 2,000 years ago. No, you getting some version that was wrote in the late 1800s, bitch, after the Indian Wars calmed down. Everything in the Bible is about the Indian Wars, nothing else. These things didn't take place in those other lands that they calling shit. So you need to understand that it didn't happen there. Because you got to make sense. Question yourself, right? Why would that be taught over here in America? Like, what would be the purpose? If you know Native Americans already over here and we got our shit. What's the purpose of y'all caring so much about some other shit and from another continent? So you know that's a psyop. You see what I'm saying? Then on top of that, why would y'all be teaching something that the people in the continent's not even teaching? Like, y'all going harder. Like, none of it makes sense, right? Because you're getting your mind played with. You're getting your mind played with. You know what I'm saying? You're getting your mind played with by people who took over this land. So anything taught on this land, you need to have that as a starting point. It's someone talking about this land. Ain't nobody that invested into talking about something on another land, on somebody else's land. So it either got something to do with the people who was on that land, or people being narcissistic and want to teach what come from their land on everybody else's lands. But it can't go no other two ways. And that's why all y'all be starting y'all curriculums on somebody's book. That's dumb. Where a book is made based on the knowledge of the people on the land. There ain't never going to be a way a book is made otherwise. So first you got to start there before y'all get too lost into manipulations and stuff like that, and all that weirdo stuff. You know what I'm saying? So think about it. Somebody's God said they could have somebody's land, or whatever the case may be. All right, who came and took America with a manifested destiny? All right, see, now you get now. So let's say if they want to tell you that happened in Palestine, put their feet to the fire. When, where, how? What's the person? They about to start talking about 70,000 AD or whatever. Then we got the question, why y'all keeping books about shit that's make-believe then, that y'all wouldn't even know? How y'all, if y'all ain't born, none of us was born, why y'all giving so much importance of shit none of us was here for? And you just willing to, that's how you know it's all bullshit. It just gets to become the bullshit. It's bullshit. Because if you really want to make sense out of it, it ain't no reason for nobody to be talking about it. None of these things happened on nobody's lands that none of these things had talked about. You know what I'm saying? So where's the importance coming from? And then that's when you know it ain't a history book, it's a book about history. You know what I'm saying? And once you understand what actually happened in history, then you can take the fairy tales and relate it. Oh, okay, this is anthropomorphizing real events, real people, real Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? It's like King Philip. That's meta comment. So you got to keep that in mind and things of that nature. Because would nobody be talking about no damn King Philip over here in America unless somebody narcs? Why is we talking about some England man over here in America? Then when we get to that story, it ain't got nothing to do with nothing. He ain't get beheaded. He ain't get nothing. So it's all bullshit. This is white people creating their way to take psyops and take people's culture and start cosplaying. Now I said that's all it really be about and shit though. But yeah. So but when we talk about the quantum world, you're able to see that too. You're able to spot everything. You know I say like, oh, that just come from that little Sephiroth. It just come from there. It don't come from nowhere else. So I said it doesn't come from there. So you'll be able to see if someone pulling something from somewhere else and using it for that Sephiroth. You'll be able to see. And then you'll be able to police that out in everybody's life and shit like that, for real. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you can't hide what you are if you didn't make up that yourself. If you didn't make the clothes, make the seed, make the Ray-Bans, if you didn't make these things yourself, and we're in a shift in the spiritual world where that's the talent. So it play out in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension as some form of attraction, some genuine energy. You don't have to be a robot. So at this point, it'd be like a concept of politics is going to become dinosaurs, robots. Because what they're doing is sitting back, writing down sentiments and having these people act out the sentiment and then making it script reality. Partially true, but more on a percentage scale of false, because it wouldn't even be talked about to be acted out unless it was a sentiment in the world. So this is not people who are able to produce a seed, aka produce something that becomes a sentiment. They have to wait till there's a sentiment of people, of us doing something, then remix a seed. So it's synthetic. It's a fruit without a seed now. And now we got somebody out here with some plate of some fruit thinking it's some good food for thought that we can eat off that genuine, ungenuine bullshit. You know what I'm saying? The meat ain't got no seasoning. You know what I'm saying? The string beans ain't got no seasoning. You know what I'm saying? No good onions, peppers, lettuce, tomatoes. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing really, no, you know what I'm saying? A Kool-Aid mixture ain't right and shit like that. Shit, at this point, you ain't gonna never be able to get nobody like Jim Jones no more. Not the Dipset one, the one to do who had the cup. You ain't gonna be able to, can't do it no more. Can't hit us with the gaffle no more because y'all ain't got the cooking skills right. Y'all ain't putting on an apron right. There's something wrong with y'all cooking ingredients, and people don't want no goddamn wedding soup no more and shit like that, and butter biscuits. Nobody want that shit. No, you gotta come up with some other type shit now and shit. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want no damn sparsely and spinach on the side of shit no more. Like pop out a Mason man shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's about time you guys do some other type cooking and shit. You know what I'm saying? So in the spirit, you got to produce your own, plant your own garden. You can't pluck from nobody's backyard no more. We ain't got shit. We ain't got no backyards no more. It's desert. Everybody got sand in their backyard in the spiritual world right now. We trying to make it fruitful again and meditate so it can become grass and all this other type of stuff and grow fruits again and shit. Right now, it's like everybody got deserts in the backyard. And a whole bunch of like plug-in systems about stuff and shit like that. Like, why we need a fan in the spiritual world? Like, but we paying hundreds of thousands for a big fan in the spiritual. Oh, I said solar panel in the spiritual world. Like, we get retarded now. Like, we get a little retarded. We get a little retarded in the quantum world. Real shit. I'm saying, so right now we gotta like back up a little bit and start making like real fruitful shit, yellow iron and shit. At this point, it's all dried up. Ain't no goddamn fruit. So everybody ain't got no choice but to go to some synthetic thing that ain't got no seed in it and shit, and then you ain't gonna be satisfied. This ain't no orange. It's spongy. It ain't no orange. This ain't no orange. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no apple and shit like that. It's like all the like canned good meat fruit. You know what I'm saying? All that mushy fruit. Like, I ain't never know like pineapples that soft and shit like that and strawberry. That's fake fruit. Anything is like certain areas in these grocery stores where everything fake at, and then you get in the area of some things are semi-real. So you get into like the freezer section over there where the real produce are, it might be semi-real. The other freezer sections next to like canned goods and shit like that, all that's fake. All that fake. Every single last piece of it is fake. I'm pretty sure the tilapia fish is in that area too. That's the same meat. Same meat is the meatball meat, red meat. You know what I'm saying? Salisbury steak meat. You know what I'm saying? Old meatloaf meat. All these meats. That's the same meat. You know what I'm saying? Processed sand dirt meat and shit. You know what I'm saying? Sandusky sand meat. I don't know what y'all eating. Y'all don't know what y'all eating. Real shit. They just mixed up anything, goddamn. This shit is a bunch of corned beef and shit. It ain't no corn or beef. But why it's called corned beef? It ain't corn or beef. You know what I'm saying? Like, thinking y'all lost. I'm telling y'all don't know what's going on with y'all bowel system. Y'all don't know what's going on with y'all bowel system. They got y'all all over the place. Get in the quantum world. Get in the quantum. You'll be able to go down there and be able to be like, oh, this is some bullshit. Let me clean that out. Clean that out in some way. It is play out in the spiritual world as you, the physical world as you coming up with probably a new exercise, a new habit, a new circumstance, a new idea that you start to act on that puts you in one space other than that other space that you was developing thoughts that became your blood flow and condensed and became your actions to become that toxic energy. You're in another one. So it'll take time for it to clear off mentally and physically, but as long as you start that transition, you're on your way. You're in that internal triangle. That internal triangle around the circle. So that'd be the magic square, magic circle, and magic triangle in this motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't mind the trolls in this my chat. Do you see they've been hating on my shit for years, and I've been online longer than everybody. Go on a damn rabbi channel or somebody talking bullshit. All you gotta do is go on somebody talking bullshit. All you're gonna see on the chat. All you're gonna see on the chat is, oh, my mind is blown. All of that is let you know it's the feds. They destroying their own shit. How you gonna be on somebody's genuine channel that you don't like, but it's a title that shouldn't even be in your algorithm, so it's letting you know it's the feds, right? But then slightly do some retarded shit that's copying people like us online, and all you see is a bunch of praise and shit like that. That's just the feds. They trying to control narratives, but white boy can't do it themselves. But that's why I switched that shit and cursed all them astrologers and all that goddamn shit, because ain't no coming back. Y'all going to hell. Like it be like little simple shit that, see, I don't care about the demonetizing or shadow ban or whatever the case. That's one thing. But it's another thing that how y'all can kind of see how they be low key still giving other people respect, and they're doing the other things even worse that they're trying to make an excuse. That's why they did to me. Like, it's criminal. Like, y'all see how they dox me. Like, really dox me every day. You see how they did that every day? Like, that's criminal. But they're feds. And you could kind of see they listening to us so much, but they only want to debunk the bullshit. But they're showing us that they're listening to us. So you see that these ain't about to be the things that they're talking about stopping. So right now, it's at a point of, if they get their monkey asses on the news or some shit like that, talking about we have to stop doxing, or and no, it's them in the first place. That's what I'm saying. Don't ever trust the government for motherfucking shit. They done motherfucking dox me, sent like the fire truck here like 1,000 fucking times, made that prank call. Anytime you hear a goddamn prank call, and then they tell you it got something to do with it going to a computer, so we can't find a person, or it's going to a damn cell phone that we can't trace or whatever. It's the fucking feds. They playing fucking games. And they doing that on content creation. They did that to me 15 times plus. And then sitting here doing this racist shit every motherfucking day. And then being on these other fucking people punk ass fucking pages. And I don't be seeing that deep disrespect. But it's the same motherfucking people now. So that's like some singling out motherfucking racist ass motherfucking shit. That's what I'm saying. Vote the fuck out. We creating a vote out system. Real shit. That's fucking bullshit. Ain't about to have no fucking racist person that's hanging over my motherfucking head every motherfucking day and shit. You a fucking complete fucking stranger. The fuck on with that fucking racist ass shit. Racist as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Up here with all these fake ass AI channels and shit like that. Can't wait to be racist and shit like that, and creating fake ass pages like Rashad Jamal. Y'all need to know that is a fake page. That's a fake person. It's a white boy behind that. Rashad Jamal. Fake page. What's other homeboy? Rod Hayes. Fake page. Dane Colloway. Fake page. Top Cats. Fake page. Judah, whatever, all this. Fake page. They got all these white boys behind this shit. All that, anything you hit with a J or whatever the case, it's the most racist shit I ever seen in my motherfucking life. That I sit up here just chopping up with y'all. I'm only talking to my people, but I don't like dumb people dumping they shit on me and they already going to hell. I don't know how to see it no other way. I'm not ever going to see it as no manipulation. This might be some trolls. I'm never going to see it that way. It's the government. It's this, that, and the third, and y'all like in some type of situation where you trying to overflood it to make it seem like it's not that. Get the fuck off my channel with that shit. I'm saying real shit. That's the most racist shit I ever seen in my motherfucking life. You might not ever tell me that's right. The fuck? And all people who watch me, all they do is sit here and be watching people that I don't even know and showing me how, hey, this got to be them right here because this your talking point right here. Here they're remixing it right here. That's a character. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, I don't even be caring to pay attention to. It's racist. That's all I see. It is fucking racist. That's the most racist motherfucking shit I ever seen in my motherfucking life. Stay the fuck out my fucking chat. I'm speaking a whole goddamn language. Yo, white ass is on my motherfucking channel for. The fuck? This shit weird as hell. That shit is weird. Fucking perverts. And then you sit up here and listen to them talking about everybody else's culture. And then you look at the damn comments. That's how you know it's fads. Ain't nobody culture you talking about is on these comments. It's like they trying to run everything in some weirdo shit with strangers and shit. Get the fuck off my channel with that shit. Go do that to people who talk about the shit y'all like people to talk about. Don't be motivating them and all y'all who writing the script come flood my fucking channel and do psyops and shit like that and secretly be stealing. You know what I'm saying? It was one time before I even got on YouTube, before I could even get back on, I had to do a face recognition. If that ain't the fucking feds, so that lets you know they sitting back trying to create other weird shit. Lord knows what the fuck these fucking punks is doing with our tax dollars. That's fucking punk shit. That's punk. You're not about to tell me that ain't punk. Y'all got to get busy with something else than that fucking racist ass shit. The United States government gonna have to do something else other than this fucking racist ass shit. For real. Y'all sitting around, don't act like y'all not listening. Y'all steady stealing people talking points. Somehow this stay out the conversation. Doxing people. People with kids. Somehow this is staying out the conversation. Prank calling. Fucking with people's pages. Don't try to be like us and somehow you try to act like y'all ain't got our sentiment and then try to throw a whole bunch of other fans up here like Andrew Tate. These is undercover cop energy. Andrew Tate. DJ Academics, all them, Myron Gaines, them undercover. It's just like they had industry plants, they got online plants. I see all that shit. It's racist. It ain't nothing else but racist though. You can't make that make sense. You can't make trying to check people's ego or bribe people with money or whatever. You can't make that part of no fucking God. Don't make that part of no funky ass God. You a person who don't believe in God. I don't know why these type of people don't mind their fucking business. That's the weirdest shit I ever seen in my motherfucking life. That's racist, though. Don't ever think you got the higher moral ground on everything. I would never dox nobody. Not my motherfucking worst motherfucking enemy. Now, luckily for me, I'm hard enough and I'm native, so I'm more tapped into my environment. So it's more of a union thing than anything. But if I was some funky ass, stupid ass pervert type person that's lost online or whatever like that, they'll probably get retarded, got me like that. You know what I'm saying? But that shows me they don't give a fuck about me. They don't give a fuck about my child. They don't give a fuck about my circumstance. They don't give a fuck about me and my motherfucking pancreatitis that I actually healed or whatever the case may be. So stay the fuck off my motherfucking channel. You know what I'm saying? Don't come kicking that racism every you showed me you don't give a fuck. So don't sit up here and expect me to be on y'all side about shit either. You know what I'm saying? The fuck? I don't speak y'all talking points. The end. Stay the fuck off my shit from stealing. The fuck? That shit weird as hell. It's like ain't men. People ain't women. That's the weirdest shit ever. But yeah, like that, I feel disrespected just for the simple fact that the fuck our tax dollars going towards. Our tax dollars going towards fucking perverts to get on motherfucking line and not be men and not be women. And I wish I would raise a little boy up to be a motherfucking troll. Hell, motherfucker, no. You're going to be more busy with your motherfucking day with something else. And, fuck football. You're going to learn how to cut some grass. You know what I'm saying? None of these people in here could teach morality, can teach about children, could teach about nothing, could teach about health. Only thing they could teach about is fucking AI and where the future gonna go and what kind of robot. Nobody give a fuck about that. Shut the fuck up. It's gonna be fucking kids here. That's how you know you ain't spotting no men. They get ready to talk about a whole bunch of other bullshit and make other things negative that's actually real. To sit up here and talk about here's the future gonna go. We got AI, new roadblocks. Shut the fuck up. Who gives a fuck? Do you know how to raise a child? Was you raised right? You know what I'm saying? Couldn't have been. If this y'all motherfucking job. Can't be. I'm saying real shit. So ain't no way nobody's children need to be a part of that motherfucking shit. We got to get real. That's how you get real. Thank God we in the quantum world right now so people can see these motherfucking actions from a motherfucking mile away. So you ain't even got to be a motherfucking person who watch my channel. You could be on your shit or watching whoever you watching. You know how to peep all that fucking bullshit and be like, all right, I see we in a motherfucking racist ass motherfucking world. We in a racist ass motherfucking world. You know what I'm saying? Where a motherfucker sit here and constantly try to cope with themselves. So in their way of doing it at these points is making you look like you doing a crime or making you look like you're negative to exercise some shit they already doing. Now, get the fuck out of here. You're already a criminal. I'm not voting for no criminals. My kids ain't voting for no goddamn criminal kid or anybody I'm around. The kids itself. This world is my kids. Everybody my kids. We ain't voting for no criminals. You can forget it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't voting for no criminals. You have to change the whole vote system. You know what I'm saying? You have to change the whole concept now. Just because y'all want to fuck with strangers online. Just because y'all want to fuck with strangers online and create mathematics of going to hell, everything you do shall be rejected. So mote it be. It ain't going to be one narrative people give a fuck about y'all talk about or agreeing with it. It ain't about to be not one concept y'all talk about somebody give a fuck about. You're going to have to copy me or copy somebody else for people to be like you copying. You ain't gonna be able to get out of nothing until you just be lame again. Go be lame. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Go be nobody. If you can't fuck, don't take our tax dollars to go make no fucking sex dolls. If you can't see no ass jiggling your goddamn self and things of that nature in real life, then goddamn it, take y'all bestiality shit that y'all want to fuck animals with and create weird STDs and shit back to somewhere else and shit. But goddamn it, get out of people's faces. Because don't nobody practice that. Nobody's no other ethnicity. We got to really start to realize that too. Let's really start counterpartmentalizing. Other ethnicities don't do that. None of us practice that shit. So who else would it be? You got to really think about that. Get online and look at the most percentage scale of somebody talking about other people's cultures. Get online and see other content creators that's genuine, and then even the small pieces of trolling that they may get, even the ones that look positive, you will start to see it's all these people. The same people that only know how to talk about other people's culture, the same people that only know how to only care about other people. It's like they don't know themselves. So they think everything has to be some role model energy for a whole bunch of other strangers because they don't got it themselves. They always was looking up to people and looking up to us Native Americans and shit. So now that they took over that world, they had some concept of thinking this is the right thing to do. We need influencers. We need role models. No, you need to mind your own motherfucking business. That's what the fuck you need to do. You actually showing yourself you ain't got no fucking home trainer or you ain't got no real life. That's what the hell you showing. And what you made a life out of, you're coping and calling that a life. You don't give a fuck. Nobody give a fuck about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all minds is fucked up. Something wrong with y'all mind. Whatever y'all was doing may have worked before online, not online. Whatever y'all had planned. That's dumb. It make you look dumb. Because you can only self-project online. So even if you're creating a caricature that's supposed to look like someone else, you made it. So you look dumb, not you making that person look dumb. You look dumb. You the one going to hell. You the one made up that. Let me look like someone else. You know what I'm saying? Let me act like someone else. No one said that was the right thing to do. That's dumb shit. That shit gets exposed if we're going to be doing that shit online. That shit could work before online. Let's say if people were still trying to go on sports or people was trying to do things like that. Okay, they were doing things based upon the necessity of a check. it may have even worked a little bit if people were still getting a little bit of money online or whatever the case. They probably be more distracted. Once you start to fuck with that bribery thing not there anymore, people just go back to natural. If you still use the same thing to try to do something without even the motivation things behind it, of course people can't see nothing else but it in its natural state. Because it damn sure ain't nothing in it for them to look at it in any other way. So that's just like me. I don't need the monetization or whatever like that for me to be up here. So I damn sure ain't about to be in some type of way of even taking opinions type shit the way how they be trying to do other people. Like it'll be a whole bunch of ways that they try to make people so they ain't go against whatever you saying. So hopefully you be like, oh, I want to keep my audience. So let me think whatever my audience been saying some type of shh. I'm saying I never gave a fuck about that in the first place, but I damn sure ain't about to give a fuck about that. If I ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? They how you gonna? It's like they retarded a little bit. It's dumb. It's like you able to see it. Like they ain't real people. Like they ain't got no interaction in real life with real people. That's what it seemed like. It seemed like we got people trying to control other people that don't even know themselves as a person or don't even know people. So in the middle of controlling, you're learning too. So it's like you like some dumb fuck. There's some nepotism shit. Man, it ain't even special, like for real. It ain't nothing special. Like you like dumb. You actually, if you stayed next door to people, you would be little homie. You would be in your rightful position. Go to the store, boy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all probably that now in some way. Somebody make you go to the store, make you do caricatures, make you do AI. Somebody probably making y'all do that. Like you trash, like in the brain, like you're no good. You're just pretty much no good. I'm saying real shit. In the quantum world, you no good. In heaven, you ain't no good. God don't want none of that shit. Yahlahué don't want none of that shit. And on this earth, you ain't no good. The shit that y'all calling yourselves God on earth and shit, it ain't no good. It ain't no good. Ain't no way a person's happy with themselves. So it just ain't no good. You know what I'm saying? But you people got to find it. You got to find it somewhere. But you damn sure ain't gonna find it trolling my channel. You ain't gonna find it. I don't know what y'all looking for, but that's a form of lostness. When I get up and I get online, it's because I'm found. So I ain't looking for nothing, not even attention. They trying to do every form of bribery possible. You know what I'm saying? But see, I'm found. So for you to be found, you found me. But just know you lost. You know what I'm saying? So that's inevitable. That don't got nothing to do with nothing else but you not understanding something. I don't believe y'all cult like that then. It's just magic. If y'all don't know how to do it, you gotta know how to do it. Y'all got to be able to show us. If it's only manipulation and then using our tax dollars and then blowing up people and assassins, that's all degenerate shit. We talking about real shit, genuine shit that you can raise a neighborhood. Then that becomes the law. Anything else is reprobate. That's reprobate. Nobody care about reprobate. You know what I'm saying? So those qualities that you are expressing yourselves on, I don't know why y'all constantly try to do that. It's like dumb. Because it doesn't make any sense. It's almost like putting yourself into a situation where it's counterproductive. You want to do something for it to work, but you're doing everything for it not to work. So it's like creating a platform to do something, but doing everything with the platform for it not to be able to do what you started it for it to do. It's like dumb. It's like very stupid. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, the last thing they're going to be able to do is have to do it themselves. And no one going to be listening. No one going to care. Because we all know we ain't about to be doing nothing but listening to a damn reprobate. Listening to some damn degenerate. So I don't know why they don't think this trickles down into y'all establishments. For an example, this is one thing. Another thing is, don't put no Dr. Falky up there no more, guaranteed. And the moment you try to put somebody else up there, this is going to be the only thing on our mind. Oh, yeah, because they ain't want to put Dr. Falky up there, which is all the confirmation of we ain't about to listen to none of y'all. Like that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like the thing y'all tried to use this for to control the narrative actually counterproductive towards whatever narrative y'all going to try to control or whatever the case may be. So it's not going to be a thing of even control. You need to get out your ego. you have to realize you're just lame. Go be lame amongst other lames. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody even, it's like almost like putting yourself in people's faces that nobody cared. So at that point, it's going to be like this, forcing us to care. So what does that take? Degenerate type shit. You know, fucking with the water again, fucking with something floating there again. Fuck, you know what I'm saying? So it's just degenerate. But it's literally just a lane that just can't go nowhere. You can put a whole bunch of people in one box and it's called it lane. It ain't nothing else. It's like a nerd that's spoiled and got the money to do stupid shit to Andy's toys and blow Andy's toys up or some shit like that. Like, that's literally it. Ain't got nothing else to do with nothing else. Because I'm a grown-ass man. So it's like, for me to be doxxed and all that let me know I'm even stronger emotionally than these people. Like, and they're in a concept of being in other people's minds. I'm not in this feeling. Let's see how much I can affect this person feeling. Like, but that's a dumb job. Because who said that's a thing? It take a feeling for you to be alive. When you putting other people through forms of samsara, just having people learning how to deal with life and their feelings and coming back to life first. You just end up being the one who never develop that. You come back as a less layer race. It never failed. It never failed. Like, these are the simplest things that it don't even have to sound spooky. Quantum and all that. It don't have to. Shout out, rest in peace to Tisquantum. It don't have to sound, but this is just natural things that you can see, because there's things that you ain't experiencing in that mathematical precision that you're still experiencing the same substance, this in a different mathematical precision. Like I make for the water and your body being made out of water. Man, that's nature's too, to be able to tie it together to why this is this way and why this is that. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why a person can't dance. There's a reason why. You see what I'm saying? Like, let's not get this fucked up. But I just made that as a simple example. But on a spiritual level, just get into degeneracy. There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that shit. You know what I'm saying? And can't nobody just be, they gotta not believe into something to even be in a situation where they still utilizing the shit, but at the same time acting like they don't believe. So it's like weird. Like I don't get it. It's like it gotta be I don't give a fuck kind of energy. Like I don't see it going nowhere else, because in reality, motherfuckers going to hell. Like I don't know what people thinking. To not believe in hell is to not believe that you dream. So don't let nobody tell you no bullshit. They just lost and coping with something because they know they wrong. And that word hell got a bunch of stupid meanings behind it and shit like that. But that anytime somebody want to say, I don't believe in that or whatever, they're practicing trying to get out of it. They do believe it. Because to say you don't believe in hell, to say you don't believe in dreams, that's stupid. How you don't believe in you dream? So the only argument you got is, well, hell, and I don't give a fuck what Christopher Columbus or any white boy said. That I don't care about that word hell. It's Yahlahué. It ain't got nothing to do with your concept of it. You burn in your own mind. Your mind is your internal fire. Try to think real hard about something right now. I bet you get frustrated. That's fire that your spirit inside of, a mind. When you try to put it into a cooled off spot and you create large scenarios of manipulating others that ain't got nothing to do with your own energy, and then you created a whole form of that, right? What you did internally, you just did that outwardly. Okay, that's where you go at your dream. You ain't got to call it hell. I'm saying, I don't give a fuck. You don't know when you're going to even go. How you know you ain't going to go right before a dream to be like, well, when my brain shut off, I won't dream? How? There's a lot of people who die. Let's say we're looking at it like that, right? There's a lot of people who die and their organs still moving. So let's say you got things in your brain that's still moving, but the rest of your body dead and shit like that. If your brain, the area that sparked the dream, bitch, you still gonna go to hell now. Man, with that atheist shit. All your dreams gonna be about all the other parts of your body dying and shit like that. Nah, how about that? You know what I'm saying? How about that? But you can't stop thinking. So I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Your thinking de-evolves into a fucking dream. So what you do to yourself without nobody being around, it's a makeup when you add it to look like it's relatable, even if it's manipulation, white, black, dark, light magic, whatever the case may be. But you knew the intent. You ain't gonna run from that intent. And we in a world right now where the previous ways of being able to get it done, you can't. But your intent is your first claw. Your intent is your first claw. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't about what you covering up and what it may appear to be. It's going to be about what spiritual space a person in to be motivated to do that in the first place. So it's not about even the trolling at this point. The reason why we're able to debunk it, I'm going to break it down why other spirits is waking up and they're able to debunk it, but just not as sufficient as me. You know what I'm saying? And things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? When you troll, it ain't about, we're not even in a shift anymore where people just on people, and people be talking to their own people now. So it ain't too many titles that's based off like a sports context to make it seem like it's an open gate for that type of discussion and people to disagree with things of that nature or religion. It's not even that type of party. So we're in a new shift where that ain't the type of party. So it ain't even about the trolling. It's who's motivated to troll that specifically. So that's how you know, even if you are a content creator and you getting trolled in a way where a person is saying things in your chat that ain't even got nothing to do with the topic or whatever the case may be. Okay, it ain't the topic and them being a troll, that ain't the thing. It's someone who's well aware of you and they're doing that on purpose, and their reason, alternative motive is just in another box you ain't paying attention to. You know what I'm saying? So the way that they're coming is in another way that in your mind, you may think that's a group of other people in another box, and you might even blame it on people you beefing with and stuff like that. No, it's not, though. It's not. It's the feds. That's why y'all get back cool. All y'all connect with each other and stop all that beefing and stuff like that, because you just have people that's just ignorant for no reason, racist. You know what I'm saying? And you could be confused in your own life if you ain't got it together by people who projecting them like their lives not together. And you know what I'm saying? And hurt people try to hurt people. So they'll create some weird situation for you while you thinking it's somebody in your real life or something like that. It ain't got nothing to do with that. So you got to be careful. And that, if y'all content creators too online, start meeting people in person before you connect with them and stuff like that. Or if it's a person that's showing y'all they real or whatever the case may be, cool. And it could be something in the future that y'all link. Don't just be talking to any old body and shit, because you can be like them people that try to get in your business and stuff like that. That's the feds. You know what I'm saying? That's the feds. They trying to get in your business. So they sit there and come to you like they telling you about their real life, about something. They make up a whole life. And it's always hot. It's really a white boy like acting like this how they see you. So you should take it as racism in certain ways. But look, for the most part, it'll be a caricature. So whatever your content is, all of a sudden it'll be someone who got your same kind of content, might have a similar name or something like that, might even use you as some of their content, and all of a sudden they views catch up to yours, they subscriptions catch up to yours or something like that, right? So they already doing a psyop on you. You don't know. Now some of these people might start trying to interact with you. Now if you're a fool, you're gonna let Remick in. Now, they're going to have the most craziest, stupid life in general and shit. And they got AI to make it look like it's real and shit. They got the stupidest life in general. That's the feds, man. Because there ain't nobody who real like that will come at you like that. You supposed to know that, man. I don't know why y'all don't be knowing this shit. When you're around real people, like, first of all, let's take it to like y'all DJ academics watching individuals and shit like that. Like, let's say you probably got motivated by the feds. You don't know, but they probably made your views go up a little bit and something like that, right? So you think, oh, I'm doing the right thing. So now you want to be 1090 Jake or whatever the case may be. You need to know you getting played on. But you supposed to already know you went to high school, you have friends and shit that even if somebody else was into that, they ain't about to let you know that. So the first person that be in your inbox talking about, I got the same type of content, I got this, that, and third, we could do this, that, and the third on some online shit. You supposed to know that's a fed. You supposed to know we on some new undercover cop shit online. You supposed to know that. You know what I'm saying? They got all the AI and shit like that. You think the feds ain't got this shit first?
All you got to do is watch undercover movies and shit, right? And then kind of like look at what AI is right now. And then you supposed to automatically know the CIA got to technology first. Duh. You know what I'm saying? Duh. So if anybody about to be, so that's how you already know they use DJ Academics to shut down Chicago, because that's why I said it's stupid the way they doing it online, because before online they could have did these things more freely, because if it was a bunch of commercials and movies about the hood, about Chicago hoods and stuff, that's let you know when they popularize something, that's something they're getting ready to take some Native American spiritual shit we used to do, but it's their morality that's degenerate and excuse to kill, and think that's something that got to get rid of out of their world or their country or something like that. So they boost something up so they can get as many people that like that stuff too. This is how they try to do y'all with Kanye West. Kanye West handlers told him to be negative towards Jews. So everybody who actually hate Jews can start expressing that, right? So then they can start working on military psyops to start, a lot of y'all start disappearing, and ain't nothing gonna happen to Kanye. They is gonna look at him like successful. Same way they looked at Bush making up 9/11, that's successful. It's like they're degenerates. It's degenerate. It's degenerate. You only at a starting point like that when you're trying to take over other people's lands. If everybody just where they at, where we at, it would be no form of racism, of being a discussion, people arguing over other cultures. You got white boy bringing everybody in as a melting pot and not having no good culture for us, taking the native culture that we was even having to do with them to make everybody cool, and they still was degenerates. And then everybody is in a situation of not knowing what America is and shit like that, and trying to say, well, America messed up. Then they try to do y'all freedmans, mix y'all in with foreigners, that's Arabs and stuff, and all y'all call y'all Nigerians, and they just a few boats ago, they family ain't even been here as long as some of y'all and stuff like that, especially if you in the Northwest territory like Ohio, Detroit, or something like that. A lot of y'all freedmans came over way before some of these damn new niggas and shit like that, the blended in with us, and some of y'all didn't blend, but y'all was still here, and y'all family was here as mixing it with us Native Americans, culturally and physically. That's why all the cities and the street names is Native American shit, right? They'll bring all these people over here and then have a Myron Gaines, straight Arab, French Montana, Morocco, Nigaf. Ain't even no Nigaf, right? And then up there talking about yeah, black people this, white people that. Don't know this history, don't know it, and don't even know who they talking to. It's just foreigners talking to foreigners. You know what I'm saying? So they'd be up here telling you like they got some good information about a whole bunch of degenerate people that need to go back home too. So they'd sit up here and talk about a whole bunch of politicians and a whole bunch of who made deals with what, who made deals. Like, I don't give a fuck about any of them damn reprobates and shit like that. They can take all that shit back to Europe. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta think about it like that. I ain't about to place no more blame on one person than another person with a tuxedo on, a tie on and shit. But they be making it sound like it's a suspense movie. Like we supposed to give a fuck about this shit. They let me up here talk about, yeah, because some superior did this and sold deals, and this the only way we get uranium, and the regular, reprobate Tom Andy and Tom and Jerry and the cat diggity dog, the degenerate shit. Nothing, they got nothing to do with education, nothing, the kids, nothing. They got nothing to do with us creating new jobs or anything of that nature. A whole bunch of reprobating our tax dollars going to military practices and who might have funded or not. Man, who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. But they be up here talking like this some deep shit. I just see it like this is another way for white boy to feel popular. There's a whole bunch of little platforms and stuff to make white boy feel popular. Oh, we getting talked about again, boys. I don't even want to talk about white boys for real. That's why they be trolling on my page and shit like that. I be into a whole nother concept and shit. Here they come. Y'all said, so y'all got a peep game. It gets deep. They made themselves make it seem like they somebody. All that shit is degenerate. Gold rush, degenerate. Colonization, degenerate. Business deals being made, tariffs, all that, degenerate. You know what I'm saying? Who did this and what scenario needed? Degenerate. You know what I'm saying? Michelle Obama, degenerate. They're just making everything, all is degenerate. It's degenerate. Trump threatening people, degenerate. Every single thing that we see is degenerate. It ain't one thing that ain't degenerate.
I said even they debates is degenerate. What was that last debate? The Fox dude just degenerate. They just took one psyop and dude played one side. The other dude took the other psyop, played one side, and y'all just looked at that as sports. And the both of them is on the same team. I was saying both of these cats, what was a Fox News and the other? I forget. Like more confusion. One dude tried to act like he knew the Bible more than the Israelite dude, as if they ain't both copying Native Americans and on this soil for no goddamn reason. You know what I'm saying? It's just a whole bunch of shit and people just cosplaying and just making themselves popular. Like, it ain't popular, though. They made platforms seem like this is all what we supposed to care about. Nobody would give a fuck about it, which is why it's so much degenerate shit. We gotta be in fear about getting blown up. We gotta be in fear about having to get half naked before we get on the plane. We gotta be in fear. Oh, like this, just degenerate. Ain't nothing that they can do. They don't even know how to be positively. They gotta write a script down. Well, how does it take? Well, this ain't fun, Jimmy. Sarah, let's talk about how many people just died today or something like that. They don't even know what to do to push things forward. They don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is just degenerate. This is insane. Real shit. So, of course, they ain't gonna do nothing else but troll. You know what I'm saying? This is you gotta think about it. You got money and you ain't got no talent. You gonna do nothing but troll people with talent and try to block them from doing something. That's it. It don't really go no further than that. If you think it go any further than that, you gonna have to show me where these seeds at. I can't find nobody's in nobody hood, suburb, next door neighbors, aunties, uncles, grandparents that's invested into that. Nobody invested into creating a whole bunch of fake ass channels and shit like that to try to play with people with your false self-projecting ego. You fucking with people who ain't even got no ego. Trying to create that seed, got a light bulb should be on your head right now. You fucking with people who don't got no ego. So you got to check your own ego. That's all y'all doing. Y'all showing that y'all got an ego that is something wrong with it. Or whatever the case may be. But you're going to have to pick one. You can't serve two masters. You're going to have to get in the back seat. Somewhere, though. You know what I'm saying? You can't serve two masters. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Because y'all be trying to say one thing. Everybody flourishing. And we don't want to experience no more eugenics or whatever the case may be. You can't be like, man, everybody having abortions and all that shit. You lying. Everywhere we go, in urban areas, suburban areas, I don't care what city or motherfucking state, everybody got about 4, 5, 10,000, 15 kids in their crib. You lying. That's a lie. But oh, goddamn kids. But yeah, y'all gotta peep game. That's a goddamn lie. You know what I'm saying? So when they be starting to say stuff like that, that lets you know they online listening to us. Okay, why I ain't listening about doxing? Because that's them doxing. They know that's negative shit. And they just on my channel being racist because I got so much of a real life and I so much don't give a fuck about that or whatever the case may be, that they think that gives them the open of to constantly be on my page every day as of people who watch me and I don't still see it. Like I don't still tie it to that. Well, I'm saying that shit is like just disrespectful as hell and shit like that. That's how they lost the people though. Y'all lost the people. Because damn sure people who watch me or even people close to me, and especially people who know me in real life and shit like that, they take that more deeper than I do. Like you can't just be on my page every day and think it's all about me or something like this. But you could tell this is what they be doing. It's weird. But when you start having other people start looking at certain shit that y'all like, I don't understand why do y'all show y'all hand like that. I be trying to put y'all on the game. Y'all act like y'all in your own world when y'all get online. It look like everybody get offline and go back to their real life. So online be like a break. Just like how y'all, for an example, right? You might see me online. You might see me smoke 2 or 3 blunts, right? You're not in my real life to know how many songs I just did, what I just did, all my moves I made, right? This how you can spot a synthetic person. They make a whole narrative and think what everybody doing online is what's going on 24/7. Yet, how will it even be a capability every day? You see what I'm saying? So it's like you could tell when real people online, when we get offline, we back to our real life. They don't have a life. When we get online, they life start. And they really put it in their mind like this is a good job or something like that.
Like you can tell, or they wouldn't be that deep into creating weird animosity with strangers. Like, for remind you, I'm a stranger to these people, but they went extreme, and y'all see how they're going extreme every day. From that doxing every day, porn bombing every day, chopping my head off and stuff, doing that native witchcraft, trying to reverse it on me every day, or whatever the case. Shadow banning me, demonetizing me for shit I don't even do, or whatever the case may be, and constantly making them AI people click my link like I don't know that's them, even when I'm just fucking with them. They think I don't know that, like constant, like that's the highest ignorance I ever seen. You can even see on my page. Like I started as a kid, like little teen, like 16, something like. How long I've been on this motherfucker and shit like that. It show you they're not supportive. All they did was copy. They thought people were supposed to stop. They rocked a bunch of people to sleep. A lot of content creators to sleep. It's just showing you that whatever they think they doing to put people in a situation, that's burnt out, or whatever the case. So that bribery or that narrative to make it seem like this type of person ain't this, because let's make a narrative about likes and views or a person's actions. And we can manipulate enough of these people we secretly don't like in a personal level that they're strangers to us. We could start manipulating that stuff and then make our AI stuff seem like this what it looks like to pop. The people that watch them would start looking at them like something wrong with them and start watching us boys. And then all they doing is copying us in the first place to have this fake ass shit. See what I'm saying? It's like, that's the highest fucking racist shit I ever seen in my life. Because if I was ever in a position, I would never even point a person out like that and do that on extreme levels, that even on levels that you try to hide your hand and do it on other people, you still don't seem to try to do that as that extreme. Y'all don't see people be getting doxxed and all that type of shit, how they be. So that lets you know the government got something personal towards me. You know what I'm saying? That literally lets you know that. Like, shit, this is the time we in. We got to start looking at stuff like that and start taking care of your kids, looking over your kids, get in tune with your surroundings, your neighborhood, and your environment. So it's a clear distinction on who a fucking demon and who going to hell and who's righteous people. So it ain't no mistaken before anything. Get that straight first. Before even anything even have to take place action-wise. Get that straight with y'all people. You know what I'm saying? Because these people is fucking ignorant. Like, I would never forget any of that. You see what I'm saying? Like, I never experienced no motherfucking racism in my real life, and I still don't. So if I'm only catching enemy energies, racist energies from online, and it's the government, ain't no way I'm on that side or on anything. I don't get no votes. You don't get no attention. You don't get none of that. I'm an adult. I can keep my hands to myself. I'm not retarded. But morally, honorably, I don't want to see nobody's face either. Preaching to everybody like this is something we need to vote for, or teaching people, especially my people. They would not be listening to that. They would not be hearing that. Either people going to be in these positions and do right and just let it trickle down like that, but it will be no mental game. It will be no mind state. It will be no attention. It will be no currency. It will be no nothing. Nothing. No culture talking about. Don't talk about nobody's culture, nothing. You showed yourself. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, all the real people out there, I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. But yeah, y'all keep yourself protected and stuff like that. Don't trust nobody. No lying tongue, no tuxedo, none of that shit. We see what they exercise. Our fucking tax dollars is going towards drones and shit. Hell no. Let them have a little bit of fun or whatever they doing right now. But after that, we make sure if this about to be a motherfucking system, we ain't about to be having that shit go to no goddamn bullshit. That just look like it's a fuck against us. Or motherfuckers could just kick fucking rocks. That don't even make no goddamn sense. I'd be damn if every little piece of my motherfucking tax dollars is going towards motherfuckers just to exercise racism. That's hell no. But yeah, y'all stay spiritually protected. Flight boss, bitch, you know, for sure. You're not listening to the Mind of Terry's Moon. I am the Royal Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God's duties and motherfucking responsibilities over that.